very first Behind the Red Carpet. Dun dun! All right, everyone, I'm Kristyn Burtt. If you don't know me, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is trying to break down the myths and the mystique and all the smoke and mirrors of Hollywood. So I've asked people on Twitter and Facebook and on my blog and Google+, can't forget about Google+. I've asked everyone about what they want to know, some of the myths and urban legends, because we're going to try and break it down. So what I'm going to do is do a couple of questions that you guys asked and hopefully give you a little bit of insider. So I'm going to start out with my very first question that came on Facebook, and it came from my friend Leanne. Now Leanne is in Australia, which I think is kind of amazing, and we made friends via our blog, so it's all kind of awesome. So I'm glad she asked a question. So she wanted to know how much tape and Spanx goes on under those gorgeous gowns. I want to know how they keep it all together. Well, how convenient. I've done a post on it. If you haven't seen it before on my blog, you can find the link right here. Also, but I'll tell you a little bit about it. You know, I've done red carpets for Oscars and Tonys and things like that. And a lot of the gowns, they are beautiful, but they, it's very hard to keep all of your things together and intact. So Spanx are used all the time. People do it to suck everything in and keep it in all night long. So maybe sometimes you can't breathe. In fact, certain people, including, oh my gosh, why can't I remember her name? Olivia Spencer, is that right? Octavia Spencer, oh my gosh, Octavia Spencer. She talked a lot about how she wore 2 and 3 pairs of Spanx to keep it all in together, as did Melissa McCarthy during this Oscar season. So it is not unheard of to be wearing several layers of Spanx, especially if the dress is very, very fitted. Here are some great tips to keep it all together. Top stick. You want top stick if you're a celebrity. It is men's toupee tape, but I'll just pull it out. This is the wider version, but there's also thin strips you can use. You can use it to tape your bra straps. You can use it if you wear a Diane von Furstenberg wrap dress, you can tape that shut. There's a lot of great things to use with this. It's double-sided. You just peel it off. You can cut it. It's the greatest secret in the industry. There's other brands and versions, Hollywood Tape and Fashion Forms. They all make a great product. But you can find Top Stick pretty much at any beauty store, and you can order it online, and it's not that expensive. So definitely have this in your wardrobe no matter what. And I'll tell you, it's a big deal to keep straps and things hidden because you don't want that wardrobe malfunction. The other thing is super adhesive bra. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry I'm doing this to you right away, but this is a bra that has no straps. It literally just has 2 cups and they stick to your boobs. That's it. They stick to your boobs. You won't have bra straps in the back, but you do have all the coverage that you need up front. I will tell you that I use these all the time. I love, love, love these, but I'm also gonna let you know that it is not for people with big boobs. So I clearly don't have big boobs. A and B cup are probably good. C, you're bordering the line of dangerous, but A and B cups, this is your secret. Other things to think about in terms of how do they hold it all together. You know, you've got the Spanx, you got to work out. You've got to sort of fast the week of, like no sugar and no carbs and everything else. But you also have to make sure you are groomed from head to toe. And this is a lot of information, but my Oscar dress in 2011, I had to be all groomed. All the way down, no body hair, because I couldn't wear any underwear. I couldn't wear anything. I went commando at the Oscars. Newsflash. That's a lot of information, but you do need to make sure that everything is clean. And you know, you have to realize that people are dressing you too, and people are underneath your gown, and they're gonna see it all. So you cannot be shy for moments like that. And I'll tell you, yeah, that's when you realize, wow, I'm getting dressed for the Oscars, and my stylist is underneath my gown, and I have nothing on. Anyway, let's move on to another topic. That was a great one, Leanne. And I'll get to something a little bit more juicy. Let me find a question. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna do this one. JJ is another host out there, and he asked a lot of great questions. He asked like a series of like 4 or 5 that were amazing. We'll do one for this week. We'll save some more for the next coming weeks. But JJ wants to know if there's a secret formula to becoming a Hollywood star. No, because I have plenty of friends that are super charismatic and super talented, and they are not famous, and sometimes they're not working, and they should be. But, you know, I think a lot of things, especially as I've been in this industry a long time, not that I'm that old, but I think that people need to realize that you do have to have a drive. Like people that are very persistent, great at networking, that really push for it, have ambition, and nothing will stop them. And they may not be the most talented person in the room, but they want it that bad that oftentimes they're the ones that get it. Another thing is having a good publicist. And, you know, if I think back and look at some of my friends, maybe if they had had a publicist earlier in their career really pushing them out there, it might be a good thing. And in this day and age, it's great because, you know, there's so many people taking your photograph and, you know, just besides the Getty images and the Wire images, which are the big photo services, there are also so many red carpets and so many blogs and all the social media. It's easy to promote yourself. It's more helpful with the publicist. I have a publicist myself and I find her tremendously helpful. Melanie's amazing. But she gets me out there and has introduced me to people, and you know, I do a lot of interviews for radio shows and things like that. So I think that there isn't a secret formula, but persistence, staying in the game, maybe having a publicist or being a great publicist yourself, being your own, you know, own cheering squad, woohoo, is a great thing. It's not going to be the guarantee for success. You just have to have a little bit of talent. There's a few celebrities out there that have no talent that are still famous. I think Ashton Kutcher's had a very lucky acting career. Producing, he's been great, but his acting career, that is lucky, man. Anyway, that was your dish for the day. Okay, so I don't think that there's a secret formula, but I do think that there are certain things that do help. So if you're in the business, stick around, because people around 30 start dropping out. They move back home and they start having babies and just quitting. So if you really want this, stick in the game because the talent pool shrinks as you get older. Little tip for you for today, and I'll take one more question. Okay, and Shannon had sort of a 2 or 3 part question, but I really want to get to sort of the latter half. She said, when people watch entertainment news, we get to see all the glamorous and the pretty things that come along with celebrity. What's the most surprising part of the entertainment industry? Or rather, what is the thing that the public would be surprised with? Because most of us would kill to live the life of the rich and famous person, but perhaps the grass is not always greener. Okay, the good stuff, of course, you know, you make a lot of money, and, you know, yeah, you have long hours if you're on a film set, but TV shows, that is a cake job. I mean, if you're working like a sitcom, that is the cakiest, fluffiest, loveliest job in the industry. Dramas are a little bit more challenging and things like that, 1-hour dramas. But, you know, I think for me, what is most surprising and is that people are just like us, just like they say in Us magazine. But on the red carpet, you do see who has 5 pounds just sort of laying around there extra on their tummy. It happens. Who has bad skin, because Photoshop is everyone's best friend in magazines and stuff, but when you see them in person, you see that people do have zits and wrinkles and things like that. You see who's lying about their plastic surgery and about their Botox, because let me tell you a little secret, I should get in on this one. Everyone does Botox. Everyone. Okay. And, you know, I think that the hardest thing, and if you're looking at the Tom Cruise, Katie Holmes divorce, that poor little girl, Surrey, is being chased everywhere. I just had a friend say, oh, I'm at Chelsea Piers, and I couldn't understand why there's a swarm of people, and it was these photographers, like, taking pictures of the poor little Surrey trying to take gymnastics class. That girl never gets a break. She's 6 years old. She hates the paparazzi. I feel like people just need to back off, because that girl is, like, hiding her face in blankets, and her parents are carrying her, and she's 6 years old, and she doesn't look very happy. I mean, divorce aside, those photographers are making her life hell. So I think it's not all cake. You know, it's not easy. You get a lot of free stuff. That's fun. That's easy. The money's easy. I think it's easy for people to get addicted to fame. But remember, you do give up a whole lot of privacy. And your family meals out at restaurants and your trip to Disneyland no longer becomes private because people want photos and they want something of you at all times. That's what I'm trying to say. I hopefully answered all of your questions, but if you have more questions, put them in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and of course, you know, I want to do this every week, so let me know what you think, how I can improve it. I might change up the background, the locale, we'll see. We just want to try to test this out. But I'm going to make this a weekly feature on my blog, which is redcarpetcloset.tv, and the segment's going to be called Behind the Red Closet. I'll see you next week.